So today we've got Animation Chronicle 2021. This is the first Animation Chronicle, I'm not sure why they're doing that. This is going to be released next month in the TCG as Brothers of Legend because it features the KURIBOH brothers, but you can't really tell that from the front. It's called Animation Chronicle because it features previously anime exclusive cards that only now make it into the game, like this Lion Hope and this Robo guy. And of course, the KURIBOH brothers, which I'm very excited for, including Kuri Babylon. I've wanted that to be adapted forever. We had Kuri Bandit ages ago, but we just still never got to Kuri Babylon. I'm also interested in the Destiny Hero card, D-Force. Hope I get that, even though it probably won't be quite how it was in the show. And there are a few other support cards in this for other themes, but they're mostly 1 or 2. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this. Always be careful when handling a knife, adults. It's not just kids that cut themselves. Footage of me building Penelope. Right, so as usual, ignore where you're supposed to open it. We have 15 packs. These look quite nice. Very shiny. I can't quite remember everything that's in here, so it's going to be quite surprising. Let's go. Dun, dun, dun. I hit the pile with my other hand. Right, I've got Summon Storm? Interesting. Ah, Ice Mirror. This is from 5Ds with the dark synchros. Cool, cool, cool. Ah, this also seems to be a thing I remember from 5Ds. The Holy Knight holding shield. Okay. Then we've got Kikai Convert. So Machine Convert, turning one guy into another guy by the looks of it. And oh my god, it's absolutely blinding. What rarity is this? It looks like a glitch is happening on the camera. Okay. Yeah. It's probably a Sherry's card because it's a horse, so it's wind. So interact with the other cards we got from Synchro Storm already. A card of this name's first effect can only be used once per turn. First effect. When this card is successfully normal or special summoned, you can activate this effect. Add a light attribute Holy Knight monster from your deck to your hand. So like what we just saw. Cool, cool, cool. Maybe we'll pay attention to that when opening other packs. Second effect. Once per turn, in your main phase you may activate this effect. You send from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard cards including this monster that are listed on a fusion monster and special summon that monster from the extra deck. Okay, so no polymerization needed. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I guess all normal rares are going to be that weird pattern, but hey, I like it better than certain rarities. Right, second pack. I do not know the distribution of rares in this, so this will be interesting. Oh, okay, so another Sherry card. This is the field spell card used by her in the battle with people. It specifically mentions Zone to be able to use it. On a turn when a set magical trap card on your side of the field is destroyed by a card effect, and you have no monsters on your side of the field, you can activate this card. First effect. During you or your opponent's main phase, if Zone exists in your graveyard, and a monster with lower attack than your current life points is normal summoned, flipped summoned, or special summoned, activate this effect. Destroy that monster, you take 800 damage, and after that, your opponent takes 800 damage. So they always make sure to write it like that so you can't just simultaneous toss and destroy both of you. They always make it so that you take the damage first. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, it's the same horse. I got to mention this, the Floral Knights something horse. Yes, very. I know Japanese. Did you know that? Oh, Isolde! Isolde. This is a reprint of a very much used card, so that's good for me, and it suits well for Sherry's cards because it's 2 warrior monsters to summon it. Many people know this effect already, but I'll read it just in case. This card's first and second effects can each only be used once per turn. First effect. When this card is successfully link summoned, you can activate this effect. Add a warrior monster from your deck to your hand. This turn, you cannot normal summon or special summon a monster with the same name as the monster you added to your hand, and you cannot activate that monster's effect. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Second effect. Send to your deck to your graveyard as many equipped spell cards as you like, and you can activate this effect. Brackets, you can only have up to 1 card of the same name. Special summon a warrior type monster from your deck that has the same level as the number of cards sent to the graveyard. Cool, cool. Okay. Oh, first KURIBOH brothers card. Tinkle 5 stars. They're all going to go to the bathroom. Card of this name can only be used. Card of this name can only be activated. Only 1 copy of a card of this name can be activated once per turn. First effect. First effect, and only effect. When the only monsters on your side of the field is a single level 5 monster, you can release that monster and activate this effect. Select one of each from your hand, deck, or graveyard of KURIBOH, 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 and special summon them. The monsters special summon this effect cannot be used for a tribute summon. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, Summon Storm again in this crazy colour. This card's second effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, pay 800 life points, very specific number again. Special summon your hand a level 6 or lower wind type monster. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It looks like a ninja, but it makes more sense for Sherry. Second effect, you can remove this card in the graveyard from the game and activate this effect. Special summon one level 4 or lower wind type monster from your hand. You cannot activate this effect on the turn this card is sent to the graveyard. Yep, fair, it's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay, so we've already got guys we've already got as normal rares. There's seemingly no normal rares in this, really. You just get shiny versions of common cards if you don't get a rare card. Interesting. Third pack. Ooh, penguins! Penguins, this is good. This is a reprint, I believe, and something I wanted to be reprinted because this actually does work well in Penguin deck that now has new cards for it. It's Giant Emperor Penguin, it's level 5. Its effect is, you can release this card and activate this effect. Special summon up to 2 penguin monsters from your deck other than Giant Emperor Penguin. This is very good. Immediately go into a synchro summon of something. Nice. And speaking of, the new penguin card from this set, Penguin Sword. It's got Penguin Soldier right there. This card can only be equipped to a penguin monster. This card's third effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, the equipped monster gains 800 attack points. Second effect, when the equipped monster deals battle damage to your opponent, you can activate this effect. Select one card on your opponent's side of the field and return it to the hand. Oh my god, Bounce Sword. Penguin Soldier Bounce Sword. Third effect. Activate this effect when a face-up card on your opponent's side of the field is returned to the hand or removed from play by the effect of a penguin card. Until the end of the next turn, effects of that card or cards with the same original name as it are negated. Cool. So you can't immediately use a special summon thing to special summon it back to the field. Cool. Right, same horse again. Oh, here we go. First Kuri brother, and I believe it's the first one in the list of Tinkle 5-star as well. KURIBOH. Same stats as KURIBOH, obviously, but it gets quite complicated here. This card's name, according to the rules, is also treated as KURIBOH. The first effect of this card name can only be used once per turn. First effect. When this card or a KURIBOH monster of yours is destroyed by battle, you can activate this effect. Special summon one monster from your deck other than KURIBOH that has 300 attack points and 200 defense points. Nice. I mean, that's not only just KURIBOH brothers, that's also Skull Servant. But that's interesting. Second effect. This is the effect for combining them. This is the guy that carries it. Along with this card on the field, you contribute one each of KURIBOH, 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 KURIBOH from your hand or your side of the field and activate this effect. Select one KURIBABYLON from your hand, deck, or graveyard and special summon it. Excellent. Very easy to use. It only requires this guy to be on the field. The other guys can be anywhere other than the graveyard, basically. Good. Oh my god, the first thing is the Animal Armament Fusion Ryo Hope Ray. It's absolutely disgusting looking on camera, but does look slightly better in real life thanks to the detail on the main picture rather than the sprinkles on the rest of it. Wow, okay, first high rare, and it's probably the most important cover thing. So, it's a rank 5 Xyz monster, warrior type, Xyz effect, level 5 monster times 3. This card's name, according to the rules, is treated as Chaos Numbers 39 Hope Ray. Not also, it just is. Once a turn, you can remove one Xyz material from this card and activate this effect. From your deck or extra deck, select one Zael weapon and with that card's effect, equip it to this card. The activation and effect of this effect cannot be negated. Okay, so just search for a guy from your deck, that makes sense, that's cool. Second effect, once during either player's turn, while this card has a Zael weapon equipped to it, you can target one effect monster on your opponent's side of the field. Negate that monster's effect, and make that monster's attack half. Okay, that's something. It's not super beefy, but like, adding a Zael weapon does pump it quite a bit, and so it does give a good one-hit chance to hit something. But there doesn't seem to be anything on here about a way to just slap this on top of Hope Ray. So there's probably another card for doing that for you. Anyway, I'm going to sleeve this up. First rare card from this set. Nice kind of ultimate rare feeling, but with some interesting flash to it in the Dragon Maid sleeves. Right, 4th pack. Let's see if we can get another high rare out of this. Oh, that's interesting. This is a... what is this called? Cypher Biplane? I'm not familiar with this. Interesting machine type monster though. Can I use the first and third effects of this card each once per turn? First effect. You can activate this effect when a Cypher monster is summoned or special summoned to your side of the field. Special summon this card from the hand. Second effect. Once per turn, you can target 2 Cypher monsters on your side of the field and activate this effect. The levels of those 2 monsters till the end of the turn become 8. Third effect. This card is sent to the graveyard by being destroyed by battle or card effect. You can remove this card in the graveyard from the game to activate this effect. Add 1 Cypher monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, so there's clearly a theme. I'm not too familiar with it, but it certainly is a theme. Ooh, this is something I was secretly interested in for Earth's Arctics. This is Hyogekai. In other words, Ice Barrier. Card's name's second effect can only be used once per turn. First effect. Activate when your opponent's monster declares an attack. That monster's attack becomes 0, cannot change its battle position, and its effect is negated. See? That's good by itself. Pretty good, right? But what's the second effect then? Banish this card in the graveyard to activate this effect. Send 1 level 5 or higher water type monster from your deck to the graveyard. After that, you could select 1 water type monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. After activating this effect, until your next turn, you can only special summon water type monsters. Great! It just searches for a card from your deck and puts it in your hand, basically, because you can take any card from your deck for a water monster that's of a high level, put it in your graveyard, and then take that or any other water monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So I'm going to splash this in Earth's Arctic. Next, Dr. D. This is D hero related. First effect. Banish a Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard, you can activate this effect. Select 1 Destiny Hero from your graveyard, add it to your hand, or special summon it. Second effect. Remove this card in the graveyard from the game, and you could target up to 2 Destiny Hero monsters on your side of the field. One of the targeted monster's attack becomes the same as the other monster's attack. Okay, interesting, not sure why you'd want to do that. Oh, toy box. Isn't this old? I think I had this in English actually. Okay, machine. Ooh, something that's actually super rare for once. Kurii's map. What's Kurii's map? What is this from? First and only effect. You can activate this at the start of your main phase 1. Add from your deck to your hand a monster with 0 attack points, then halve your own life points. After this card is activated, until the end of the next turn, unless you succeed at summoning the monster added to your hand by this effect, or a monster with the same name, you cannot activate the effect of that monster or monsters with the same name as it. Okay, not quite sure I understand that, but okay. Feels, once again, a bit too meta-y for me to understand why that would be useful, but hopefully it will become clear by opening more cards. Boom. Oh, here we go. I knew the big boy was here, but I forgot about the other guys. Stealth Kragen Ephira. So, Stealth Jellyfish Ephira. Aqua, Xyz, effect. 2 level 4 water type monsters. First effect. Once per turn, in you or your opponent's main phase, you can activate this effect. Select 1 water monster on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it. Second effect. You can activate this effect if this card that was special summoned by the effect of a numbers Xyz monster is destroyed. Up to the number of Xyz materials this card was holding, select Stealth Kragen monsters from your graveyard other than this card and special summon them. Additionally, for each of those special summoned monsters, you can select up to 1 water type monster in your graveyard and give it to each of those monsters as Xyz materials. So, as it does in the show, when these jellyfish are destroyed, they blow up and special summon other jellyfish. The bigger one will special summon these from the extra deck, but these ones seem to special summon these only from the graveyard. But they still get other cards in the graveyard used as Xyz materials for them, so they can still use their effects again, and there's no limit to how many times these effects can be activated in a turn. So they'll just keep exploding and separating. Cool. Zayar Catapult. Okay, this looks interesting, seems important. This card's first and second effects can each only be used once per turn. First effect. Special summon a Zayar weapon or Zayar service monster from your hand. If a KURIBOH Hope monster exists on your side of the field, you can additionally make all monsters on your side of the field level 4 or level 5. Okay, so that makes it easier to special summon Lio Hope. Cool. But this does specify Mirio Hope. So in English, it would have to be a Utopia card, not a Utopic or Draco Futuresque card. None of those would count, because those in Japanese are Mirio, Future King Hope. But here it only is Hope King Hope. So only normal original types of hope count. Second effect. Remove from the grave this card along with a Zael Weapon or Zael Service monster and target one card on your opponent's side of the field. Destroy that card. This effect cannot be activated on the turn that this card is sent to the graveyard. Okay, so extra destruction. That's fine. That's cool. Ooh, KURIBOH. This card's name, according to the rules, is also treated as KURIBOH. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this effect. Add from your deck to your hand a KURIBOH monster other than KURIBOH. Second effect. Once per turn, you can discard a trap card from your hand and target one face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field. That monster's attack until the end of the turn is decreased by 1,500 points. This effect can also be activated during your opponent's turn. Okay, that's interesting. Some interesting defense. Getting rid of trap cards, sort of a weird thing to do, but I think they'll do a different thing. But this guy also can discard himself to search for another guy, but only specifically when your opponent declares an attack. So maybe it would hit the timing enough for another more defensive effect to be added to your hand with another KURIBOH Brothers card to then activate that in response to the monster actually doing the attack. But interesting. Oh, right, yeah. Konbakumon again. And a shiny toy box. Cool. We are slowly getting the KURIBOH Brothers. Slowly. But it looks like, unfortunately, we probably won't have more than really one of each by the end of this. But hopefully we get Kuri Babylon, because there's a chance we do not. Oh, it's this thing! One of the things that nobody thought would be adapted into an actual card. Yo-wee! It's a crocodile with weird legs. Reptile monster, 500. This was from the last arc of GX, wasn't it? I can't quite remember. The effect of a card of this name can only be used once per duel. And the turn is activated. You can only special summon monsters once. Okay, first and only effect. When this card only is successfully normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned, you can activate this effect. Skip your opponent's next draw phase. Okay, that's good by itself, that's fine. You're not going to set anything else up that turn, it limits you there, but glad to see the card finally made, I guess. Oh, is this all in order? Because it's been KURIBOH, KURIBOH, KURIii now. Can't remember what order it is. This card's name, according to the rules, is also treated as KURIBOH. The first effect of a card with this name can only be used once per turn. You can activate this effect when this card, or one of your own KURIBOH monsters, is destroyed by battle. Add from your deck to your hand a magic or trap card that has the card name KURIBOH written on it. Cool. Second effect. Once per turn, if another KURIBOH monster exists on your side of the field, you can activate this when your opponent's monster declares an attack. Make the attack of all monsters on your side of the field other than this card become 0 and negate that attack. Okay. Interesting. Numeron. Okay, so they finally released Numeron cards in, what was it, the Premier Pack? And so they're adding extra cards for it. Numeron Storm, first and only effect. You can activate this effect if a Numeronius monster exists on your side of the field. Destroy all magic and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field and deal 1,000 damage to your opponent. Yep, fair enough. Right, Summon Storm, and then the shiny thing. Yes, that's good. That's one of the cards I wanted. One of the new support cards for things I wanted. Speedroid Scratch. Ace. Only one copy of the card with this name can be activated once per turn. First and only effect. You can activate this effect by sending a Speedroid card from your hand to the graveyard. Add one Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. Perfect. It's so simple and fitting for Speedroid, because Speedroid works well with putting cards into the graveyard. Just the work of putting something into the graveyard can make the deck go faster, as not only are you getting rid of maybe an unneeded card and getting a more useful card, but that unneeded card may be better used when it's in the graveyard, because there are many Speedroid cards with graveyard effects. So this is really good. I'm really glad. Let's leave that up. already going really well for the cards I want. Next pack, come on, Kuri Babylon, come on, D-Force. Boom. Okay, so it's the shield holding one again. What's its effects? We didn't read it last time. You can only use one of the first and second effects of a card with this card name once per turn. First effect, when this card is successfully normal or special summoned, you can remove from play a light type monster in your graveyard to activate this effect. Draw one card from your deck. Second effect, you can remove from play this card in your hand or on the side of the field to activate this effect. Add a level 6 or lower beast wind type monster from your deck to your hand. Cool. So they can search for each other. That's fair enough. Oh, how fitting. The Lance Holder this time. The Holy Knight Lance Holder. You can only activate each of the first and second effects of this card once per turn. When this card is successfully normal or special summoned, you can target one level 8 or lower monster on your side of the field and activate this effect. Until the end phase, that card's name is treated as Floral Synchron and is also treated as a tuner. Cool, so you can turn anything into Floral Synchron. Easy. Good. Second effect. You can release this card to activate this effect. Add one equipped spell card from your deck to your hand. Cool. There are a few of them for Sherry's deck and most of them came out in Synchro Storm, but there might be more in this set too, but that is still good support. Next, we have a new LL card, a new Lyrical Riskinia card. Cool, so for more things from Synchro Storm. Bird Strike. Only one copy of a card of this name can be activated once per turn. First and only effect. You can activate this effect if an LL monster exists on your side of the field. Until the end phase this turn, all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field have their effects negated. Cool. Ooh, new Zael Service. Ouroboros Sage. Okay, that makes sense considering seeing this infinity symbol and his staff. He's a warrior though, not a spellcaster. Only 600 level 3. When this card is successfully normal summoned, you can activate this effect. Select from your graveyard one numbers monster that isn't a light attribute and special summon it with its effects negated. Then, treating them as equip cards that increase attack by 1700, equip this card on the field and hope to that special summoned monster. This turn, you can only declare an attack once. Interesting. So what number card would you use that's not a light type monster? Because light type would be hope. This guy's also light naturally, but he's not a numbers monster. Then it gets 1700 up. And you have to have a hope already on the field to be able to use this. Second effect. You can activate this effect when a monster equipped with this card by this card's effect declares an attack. That monster has its attack doubled and is destroyed in the end phase. Interesting bit of kamikaze effect. Okay, fair enough. What we've got here? Zael Catapult in shiny version. Right. Here we go. Ooh. Another Zael weapon. Sylphide Wing. Interesting. You can see hope here, and this guy becomes wings, clearly. Beast type monster. There can only be one face-up Zael weapon Sylphide Wing on your side of the field at once. Second effect. Target one hope monster on your side of the field, and you can activate this effect. Equip this card from your hand or your side of the field to that monster as an 800 attack point increase equip spell. Third effect. Once per turn, you can activate this effect when a monster is special summoned from an effect activated by your opponent. Increase the equipped monster's attack by 1600 points. Fourth effect. When the equipped monster detaches an Xyz material to activate an effect, you can send this card to the graveyard in exchange for one Xyz material. Cool. More stuff like that is always cool. Toy Parade. Got Toy Emperor, other guys. These GX cards, weren't they? Although I believe some of these showed up in Zayar. Okay, there's another one. Dollhouse. It's another toy card related to Princess Koron and Demet G-chan. Grandpa Demet. Okay, here's the Propeller Lion, Propelrion, the fan Kikai, fan machine thing. Link 1, this monster. This is just reprint, isn't it? This card cannot be made into a link material the turn it's link summoned. First effect, this card can attack directly. Second effect, once per turn, this is simultaneously linked with another card. You can activate this effect when you and your opponent's monsters engage in battle. That opponent's monster's attack for damage calculation only becomes 0. Third effect, once per turn, this card that is not in mutually linked state performs battle with your opponent. You can activate this effect during the damage calculation. That opponent's monster's attack for that damage calculation only becomes 0. Interesting, not sure I understand, but interesting. Shiny shield boy. Okay, we've got a playset of shield guys. I want a playset of KURIBOHs, guys. Come on, give me what I've really been begging for. Let's go D-Force. Boom. Oh, here we go. Dragonroid. Level 8. Machine. 2900. 1000. Card with this name's first effect can only be used once per turn. First and only effect, but it is complicated. Discard this card from the hand and select one of the below effects and you can activate it. Add a Roid monster from your deck to your hand that is not a wind type monster. Okay. Second option. This turn, when you activate an effect that includes fusion summoning a fusion monster, that activation is not negated, and when you successfully fusion summon that monster, your opponent cannot activate magic, trap, or monster effects. Cool, so they cannot respond to you, they cannot get in the way of you fusion summoning something, and they cannot negate the summon once it happens. Second effect. Once per turn, when this card exists in the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This card, in the graveyard until the end of the turn, becomes a dragon-type monster. That is accurate. Like, the trap card that I also believe is in this set, actually, that I forgot all about, that everyone is really interested in. I actually want it now, too. Changes the type of monsters in the graveyard, but only this guy. Cypher Interfere. Yeah, okay, that's what that says. The first effect of the card's name can only be used once per turn. First effect. When a Cypher monster of yours performs battle when another Cypher monster with the same name exists on the field, during damage calculation you can activate this effect. That battling Cypher monster, until the end of the battle phase, has its attack doubled. Okay, that's interesting. Continuous spell, so that makes sense. Cool. Ooh, this guy. Seen this guy? Ice Knight. Literally what it says in Japanese, but also literally phonetically says Ice Knight. First effect. This card's attack points increase by 400 for every water type monster on your side of the field. Cool. So including itself? So it's got to be at least 1,700 straight up? Okay. Second effect. Once a turn, during your main phase, you can activate this effect. This turn, in addition to your normal summon, you can normal summon an extra water-type monster during your main phase. After the activation of this effect, until the end of the turn, you can only normal or special summon water-type monsters. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I don't know how to translate this properly. It says, paying back the debt of a wing. Usually it would be a type of bird here, like a swan or like a crane is usually the one that's in Japanese mythology that is paying back humans that rescue it, but it just says wing here. Only one copy of a card with this card name can be activated once per turn. First and only effect. If the only monsters on your side of the field are winged beast monsters, and there are 2 or more monsters with different original names, you can pay 600 life points and activate this effect. Draw 2 cards from your deck. Interesting. Not sure what deck that's for exactly, but okay. Oh my god, we really are getting all of the really important cards. Wow. Ultra rare, Rinne Dokudan. Ultra rare, Rinne Dokudan, which means basically to decide your own fate of reincarnation in Japanese. Excellent. This going straight into Buster Blader decks. Continuous trap. First and only effect. Once per turn, declare one monster type and activate this effect. For this turn, monsters in both players' graveyards become the declared type. Excellent. Both good for Cyberdark and good for Buster Blader. But both for the same reason of making everything a dragon. Good. Get that meta card, boy. But I don't know, is that happy? I mean, that Ryo Hope Ray seems to be a special type of rarity, but I still want Kuri Babylon and D-Force. Is D-Force a super rare, I believe, and Kuri Babylon's an ultra rare, so is it still possible? What's the rarities in this set? Let's have a look. 5 ultra rares, 6 super rares, 38 normal cards. In the 5 ultra rares, 4 of the cards also exist as collector's rares, and apparently so do the super rares. But one of the 5 ultra rares cannot become a collector's rare, and normal rare cards exist as parallel rares, but the parallel rares in this have a bit of a different look than previous ones. So, what that tells me is the most important cover card of this set we got in collector's rare, I believe is what this must be, considering how parallel it looks, including the sparkles around the edge and everything. Cool. Collector's rare is pretty okay, but let's see if we can get Kuri Babylon and D-Force is really what I want to get out the rest of this pack. Let's see if we're lucky. Or maybe, I don't know, Jellyfish Boy. Dun. Boom! Oh! Then KURIBOH. That's actually a good reprint because I don't have this. Cyburst type, Link Monster, effect. Link 1, attack 300, and of course, it suits being with the other KURIBOH brothers. It takes 1 level 4 or lower Cyburst monster. This card's first and second effects can each only be used once per turn. First effect, when your opponent activates a trap card, you can release this card and negate the effect of that card and remove it from play. Second effect, when this card exists in the graveyard, you can release 1 Ignista monster on your side of the field that was special summoned from the extra deck and activate this effect. Special summon this card. This effect can be activated even during your opponent's turn. Okay, I didn't know about that second bit, but fair enough. Okay, I've got more machine convert. Cool. Ice mirror again. Oh, KURIBOH. Is this the last one that we don't have? This card's name, according to the rules, is also treated as KURIBOH. First effect, discard this card from your hand, target 1 KURIBOH monster on your side of the field, and you can activate this effect. That monster's attack increases by 1,500 points. This effect can also be activated during your opponent's turn. Second effect, you can release this card on the field along with a KURIBOH, KURIBEE, KURIBOH, and KURIBOH from your hand or field, and then select 1 KURIBANDIT from your deck or graveyard and add it to your hand. That's cool. After that, summon 1 Fiend-type monster from your hand. Cool, so you could summon KURIBANDIT. It's good that they found a way to tie that in, considering KURIBANDIT was also from the same arc, but was released years ago. But that's really cool. I believe we've got all of them now. So now we just need Kuri Babylon. This card's not shiny at the bottom, and that means it's a super rare, and I saw the word Destiny Hero. D-Force! Yes! We are winning today. We're just getting everything that I wanted. Yes! D-Force! Continuous spell card. Look at it. It's not quite got the explosive impact over camera as it does in person, but here we go. First effect. As part of the activation process of this card, select 1 Destiny Hero Blue D, i.e. Plasma, from your deck or your graveyard, and you can add it to your hand. Cool! Second effect. As long as Destiny Hero Blue D exists on your side of the field, the below effects are applied. You cannot draw during your draw phase. Cards on your side of the field cannot become the target of your opponent's effects. Destiny Hero Blue D on your side of the field's attack is increased by the number of monsters in both you and your opponent's graveyard times by 100 points, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and during one battle phase can attack twice. Yes, they found a way to do it. It's so nice. In the show, this would go on top of the deck in the duel disc and then sit there, but you can't draw while it's there. So they did recreate that by making a continuous spell, so it does still take up a slot on the field, naturally, that makes sense, but does still properly recreate the effect. So I'm very happy. I'd be made happier if it turned out that Blue D was reprinted in this set, because I do have a Plasma, and the only way that Plasma was released in English was with the collector's tins, so it's a secret rare, but I wish I had a Blue D, but I think Blue D is only a V-Jump exclusive card. Anyway, doing very well. If you only get 2 Ultras in a set, I think we've already got all our Ultras, so we can't get Kuri Babylon or the big jellyfish, but this is really good so far. This is really good. We have 5 packs left, so let's see what sort of direction we're going to go in. Boom! Ooh, Eye Show. Okay, this is a card for Vrains for Eye with his Ignista cards. They seem to be pretty cool, but I don't want to look any of them up before I watch Vrains, and I'm currently about halfway through Arc 5, so let's ignore that for now. Ooh, Silence Sea Nettle. Is this for the Jellyfish deck? Water. A card that's name's first and second effects can each only be used once per turn. First effect. You can activate this effect if a water monster exists on your side of the field. Special summon this card from the hand. Cool. The turn you activate this effect, you can only special summon water-type monsters. This is fine. In fact, this could be put in a shark deck because it's level 4 and only requires the monster to be water-type, so that's fair enough. Second effect. Remove this card in the graveyard from the game, target up to 3 water-type monsters in your graveyard, and return them to the deck. That's... No wonder people thought that you could make a shark jellyfish deck. This is a decent support for shark even without jellyfish. Just by this by itself, it both is a free special summon of a level 4 monster for Xyz summons, and also can recycle cards in your graveyard, which is something that I think really was needed with the amount of Xyz summoning you're going to be doing with a shark type deck. Cool. Double Exposure. This is for Cypher monsters. I feel like I know the name of this. I feel like I've seen this before, but this is Cypher Monster card. I've got Cypher Monster Biplane. Oh, we've got a twinkly version of Twinkle 5-star. Really awkward to think there's only normal cards, super rares and ultra rares. Like getting a whole pack that's just common cards but one shiny is a bit awkward. Right, let's go. Right, Kuriii. These are all puns, by the way. This one's for, you know, putting in energy, but the I is I, this guy. Fair enough. Right, it's all day again. Yeah, cool. Twinkle 5-star. Why does that got to be a card that we get a full play set of? I mean, it's fine, but I'd prefer more of the brothers. Ah, another one of the penguin. Okay, so that's a second one. That's fair enough. And a shiny... Okay, now we have more than a play set of these guys. More than a play set of these guys. Third to last pack. Let's go. Oh, thank goodness, the second copy of Ice Barrier. Okay, second copy of Dr. D. Fourth copy of Toy Box. Okay, another Link KURIBOH, that's fair enough. And a shiny KURIBOH. Fair enough. At least we've got more than one of him now. Well, this is tense now. This is tense. Is there even anything else to get? Are we even going to get another super rare, or is it just 2 ultra rares and 2 super rares? Boom. Oh, Kuriii again. Okay, another Dragonroid. It's fair enough. Another Doll's House. It's just the fourth of this guy. It's the fourth. Okay, it's a shiny. It's a shiny Link KURIBOH. God damn it. Right, next. Last pack. Boop. Okay, another one of these guys. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Fine by me. Give me more of the lance, guy. I don't need to have so many of the shield. Right, Aisha. Okay, I've got 2 of each of those 2 cards. That's fair enough. Second copy of Bird Strike. It's just a common card. It's just a common card. You see that? It's just a common spell card. Okay, so a third copy of this is parallel. Fair enough. Give me a moment for me to organise these cards. Right, in a turn of events that is very normal for Paolo, there was a third super rare card we got, but he didn't feel like sleeving it because he didn't care about it enough. Bringing our ultimate total to 2 ultra rares and 3 super rares. This is the general layout we have right here. We've got 1 of every brother, and the only one we got double of which was one where we got a shiny version of them. We've got 3 of the spell card for him, including 1 shiny one. We've of course got our 2 ultras, very happy with that. 2 supers over here, very happy with that. Destiny Hero cards, otherwise placed next to that. Our GX related cards here. We only managed to get 1 of each of these jellyfish. I wouldn't mind having more of him, he's pretty cool. It's basically like better version of Silent Angler. This guy definitely asked for wanting a lot of them, so having a decent number of these would be nice. We've got 1 copy of the Numeron card. We've got 2 copies of Zale Catapult, but only 1 each of these new Zale Weapon and Zale Service cards. We did get 2 of the big Emperor Penguin, but only 1 Penguin Sword. We've got a playset of Ciphers with a shiny one, and then seemingly 1 each of the relevant spell cards. We've got a playset of Toy Boxes with 1 shiny one, and then 2 Doll's Houses and 1 Toy Parade. 2 copies of the new LL card. 2 copies each of these Eye cards. 2 Ice Mirrors. 1 of this Ongaishi. Luckily, 2 of these Ice Barriers, at least that's something. Got a whole pile here of Link reprints, 2 Isoldes, 3 Link KURIBOHs, 1 shiny, 1 of this Propel Iron, and then 2 of the spell card for it. And then to top it off, in the Sherry pile, we got 4 of the Shield Knights, including 1 holographic, 4 of the Horse, including 1 holographic, 1 Lance Guy, 3 of the Storm, including 1 holographic, and 3 of the Gate, including 1 holographic. So, you know what? I'd say we've done pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied. This I wouldn't have mind trading for something else, but I did get pretty much everything else I did want. Most of the other cards are just curiosities. Got cool cover card, got cool meta card, got personally very exciting anime exclusive card, and a card for a theme I'm now very interested in. I would have been interested in seeing what this Star Venom is, and it's interesting that this Dragonroid, which is only a common card in this set, is on the front. But let's, for curiosity's sake, look up what we were missing out on. Animation Chronicle 2021. Of course, there was the special Astral Rare with Astral Letters, number 17, Revice Dragon, as a possible prismatic secret rare to get in the set. That would have been nice because I had an ultimate rare one in English that I sold almost immediately because I wasn't interested in it, Xyz monsters really, or Zayar at the time. But now having watched the show, I now really kind of want it just for a shark deck. But of the cards in the set, the ones we're missing out on are naturally the super rare Kuri Babylon. It's not an ultra rare, it's super rare, so I would have liked to trade this for that, to be honest. With its effect of, you can only use either this card's first or third effect once per turn. First effect, you can activate this effect if the number of monsters in your graveyard is more than the number of monsters in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon this card from the hand. Cool. Second effect, this card's attack and defense increases by the number of KURIBOH monsters in your graveyard times 300. So that means if you have all 5 of them in there, which you would need to summon him, his attack would increase from 1,500 to 3,000. Third effect, during your main phase or your battle phase, you can activate this effect. Return this card to its owner's hand, then select one copy of each of KURIBOH, KURIBEE, KURIBOO, KURIBEH, KURIBOH from your hand or your graveyard and special summon them in attack position. So that would have been nice, Only regrets so far, what else have we got? Missed out on Kentar Rumina, Centaurus fusion card for Sherry. That would have been a super rare. There's also École de Zone, ultra rare field spell card. I would have been interested in that to some extent because it is from 5Ds, so I am quite a fan of that. I would appreciate being able to live out the effect of that very weird field spell. This card's first effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, when the turn player has successfully normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned exactly one monster, activate this effect. Destroy that monster, and then the controller of that monster special summons to this side of the field a mask token, spellcaster, dark, level 1, attack and defense ? That token's attack and defense becomes equal to the attack and defense of the monster destroyed by this effect, and it cannot attack directly. Second effect, when this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all mask tokens on the field. So it's just a really interesting effect to remove any sort of individuality of cards from the game and turn them all into tokens that just fight instead. So I kind of like that. We did get all of the new Zayal cards, even if we only got one of each of them outside of Catapult. There are only 3 jellyfish monsters, the 2 we got and the 1 super rare number 4 deadly poison whatever stealth jellyfish. And so that would be also something else I might like to trade this in for. 2 level 4 water type monsters. First effect, face up monsters on the field become water type. Nice. That makes sense for water type monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Second effect, once per turn, during you or your opponent's main phase, you can activate this effect. Select one water type monster on your opponent's side of the field, destroy it, and inflict damage to your opponent's life points equal to half of that monster's attack. Third effect, when this Xyz summoned card is destroyed, you can activate this effect. Up to the number of Xyz materials this card was holding, special summon these guys from your extra deck. Additionally, to each of those special summoned monsters, add 1 Xyz material to them using water type monsters from your graveyard. Cool. The other ultra rare was Starve Venomy Dragon, Pendulum Fusion monster. Interesting. I'll get more into that after I finally get to Venom Dragon in Arc 5. Apart from that, the only thing remaining is a possible, what I hear is a bonus ultra rare, number 34 Terabyte. Now, originally people got upset about this because they thought that it was overwriting an ultra rare to put a pointless reprint of an old numbers monster that people don't really use. And I don't know why they put it in this set, but it appears that if you do get it, it's an extra ultra rare slot. It doesn't take up anything that currently exists. I don't know if it may take up a super rare slot instead, but at very least it does not take up an ultra rare slot. This seems very much like the kind of pack you can end up buying a reasonable amount of without going overboard, because there are a decent number of things to get, but you don't miss out on too much from having a box. If anything, the main reason to get a box is just to have more of the same copies of cards, because cards like these only got 1 each in a box, and including the KURIBOH brothers, it might be more fun to have more than just those. And indeed, it would be nice if this set included a normal KURIBOH as a reprint, but it doesn't, sadly. So you will need to provide your own KURIBOH from outside that to be able to use Kuri Babylon with these KURIBOH brothers. The Link monsters, the popular Link monster reprints are appreciated, and I do like the Sherry cards. I do like the focus on that. It is actually such a focus that you're probably unlikely to get them all in one box. The extra cards for other themes are also pretty good, like Penguin Sword and Ice Barrier, I said I was very glad to get. But it is a bit weird to take up serious slots with just a new bonus support card for one theme that's not connected to anything else in the same release. But nevertheless, I am very happy with our result. This guy is cool. I wish I had the lion Zell weapon that went with him. Anyway, guys, I hope you look forward to the release of this in the TCG, and hopefully you guys can all get your hands on this thing and really crack open the meta. Man, now I kind of want more jellyfish. I wonder if jellyfish tastes good.